Presence is not posture. It's not fashion. It's not money. It's your state. A man can walk into a room and shift the air, not by trying, but by being. Presence is built in solitude. It's born from doing the hard work when no one's watching. It's built in your rituals, your discipline, your ability to hold eye contact without breaking. People feel you before they hear you, and if what they feel is grounded, powerful, and focused, they remember you. Your words become rare, your attention becomes valuable. You no longer chase energy, you create it. This is the masculine code. You don't download it, you live it, day by day, pain by pain, step by step. You are not an island. The idea that you must do everything alone is false strength. Real strength is knowing when to lean, when to support, when to fight shoulder to shoulder with other men who live by the same code. Brotherhood is rare, not because men don't want it, but because most aren't worthy of it. You want strong brothers? Be a strong man. Be the one who keeps his word, who doesn't gossip, who stands up when it matters. When men form bonds rooted in truth, respect, and shared purpose, they become unstoppable. A lone wolf is dangerous, but a pack, that's legacy. You are not meant to drift. You're not meant to wander from moment to moment, hoping life gives you direction. A man without purpose is a lion with no hunt. He has teeth, he has claws, but no reason to use them. Purpose doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be known to others, but it must be felt by you. It must burn in your gut. You wake up for it, bleed for it, train for it. When a man is aligned with his purpose, everything else shifts. His confidence is not fake. His voice carries weight. He knows what he's here for. The code says, choose a path. Walk it alone if you must, but walk it with clarity, because the world will follow a man who knows where he's going. Pain is not your enemy. It's your forge. Every great man has been shaped by suffering. He didn't run from it, he absorbed it. Let it cut him, mold him, cleanse him. Pain strips away the ego, the illusion, the lies. What remains is real. Most modern men avoid discomfort. They flinch at rejection, numb themselves with distraction. But the masculine code demands you step into fire, not because it's fun, but because it's where transformation begins. You want to build a body? Pain. Want mental clarity? Pain. Want to lead others? Pain. There's no shortcut. But the man who endures pain without complaint becomes unshakable. A storm can't touch him. He's lived inside one and walked out stronger. The masculine code isn't written in books or taught in school. It's passed from father to son, mentor to student, brother to brother. It's made up of timeless principles, discipline. Do what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. Honor, keep your word, even when it costs you. Courage, face fear, speak the truth, protect what matters. Strength, physical, mental, emotional, build it every day. Leadership, take responsibility, never blame, make others better. Purpose, you're not here to wander. You're here to build something greater than yourself. These are not ideas. These are laws. Break them and you suffer. Live by them and you rise. Not in the eyes of the world, but in the eyes of other men, in the mirror, in your soul. Look around you. Masculinity is under attack, not by swords or guns, but by confusion, by propaganda, by a slow erosion of values that once defined what it meant to be a man. Boys grow up without fathers. Young men are told to sit down, be soft, fit in, follow trends. They are not taught how to fight for what matters, how to protect, how to build, or how to lead. The result? A generation of lost men, full of potential but no direction. And it's not your fault. You were never taught the code, but you're still responsible for learning it. Because without the code, you're just reacting, drifting, consumed by anxiety, addiction, doubt, and anger with no outlet. You tried to numb it with dopamine, TikTok, porn, fast food, cheap highs, but those aren't solutions. They're distractions, and they're killing you slowly. The answer isn't more coping. It's more clarity. It's remembering who you are. Why do you feel like something's off? You work hard. You try to do the right thing. You push through. And yet, deep down, there's this hollow feeling, like you're fighting a battle without a weapon, like you're chasing success, women, respect, peace, and somehow always falling short. It's not because you're weak. It's because you've been lied to. Modern society has done everything it can to erase the code that men once lived by. A code forged through war, pain, purpose, and generations of sacrifice. They told you masculinity was toxic. They told you discipline was outdated. They told you strength, stoicism, protection were flaws to be corrected, not values to be honored. And that lie is why you feel lost. But the truth, it's still there, buried under all the noise, waiting for you to find it again. This video is your wake-up call, your reminder, your blueprint. The code is real. And when you live by it, you stop chasing, you become. No one ever told you this, but the reason your life feels empty isn't because you're broken. It's because you're not who you were born to be. You're playing a role that society handed you, a quiet, obedient, forgettable version of yourself. The man inside you, the real one, and the one with fire in his chest and weight in his footsteps, he's been silenced, but he's not gone. He's waiting. And today, you either wake him up or keep dying slowly as someone you're not. You're not supposed to live like this, drifting, second guessing, holding back. You're not supposed to be scared to speak, scared to lead, scared to want more. You are a storm pretending to be a breeze. And the moment you stop trying to be accepted by a weak world, that's when the real gravity kicks in. The world begins to respond. Not to noise, not to effort, but to presence. That's what strong men carry. Presence. They don't ask, they don't beg, they walk in and things shift. Let's get one thing straight. Strength isn't loud, it's not bravado, it's not arrogance, it's not walking into a room looking for attention. It's walking in knowing exactly who you are and not needing anyone else to validate it. Strong men are carved from rejection, isolation, and silence. They don't chase approval. They command respect. And because they don't try to impress, they attract everything most men are dying for. Why is that? Because we are wired to recognize leadership. It's primal, subconscious. You don't need words to feel it. You sense it. The stillness in their eyes, the way they don't flinch under pressure, the discipline in their choices, and the fire behind everything they touch. Strong men aren't made through comfort. They're forged through fire. But you already knew that. You felt the heat. You've been through things. You just haven't turned it into power. Yet, most of the world is addicted to appearing strong. They flex, they brag, they lie, and it fools the weak, but not the wise. Real strength doesn't need to be performed. It radiates through how you speak, how you carry yourself, how you respond when everything's against you. That's where the magnetism comes from, the gravity, that quiet pull that makes others lean in. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Weak men attract chaos, confusion, distraction. Strong men attract peace, clarity, respect, because everything in your world is a mirror. And when you stop trying to become someone and start embodying your real nature, you begin to shape that reflection. But let's be honest, most men won't get there. They'll keep blaming the world, keep chasing women who don't want them, keep trying to fit into circles that don't respect them. They'll keep scrolling past their potential, numbing the voice inside that keeps screaming, this isn't it. Not because they can't grow, but because it's easier to complain than to conquer. But not you. Not if you've watched this far. If you're still here, it means there's something in you that refuses to settle. And that is your edge. Now here's the raw truth. Strong men don't get handed anything. They earn it in silence, in the dark. While everyone else is sleeping, doubting, wasting time, they're moving quietly, deliberately. Every workout, every early morning, every hard decision, every time they say no to something weak inside them, that's a brick in their empire. And people feel it. Purpose, strength, presence. These are not gifts, they're decisions, daily ones. And the moment you stop chasing outcomes and start living like you already are that man, that's when the world adjusts. That's when you walk into a room and don't need to say a word. You've become the energy, the presence, the storm. It's time to become unshakable. Not for the world, not for women, for you. Because every time you hold back, a piece of you dies. But every time you act from power, another part of you wakes up. And when you're fully awake, fully alive, fully present, the world has no choice but to respond. This is your moment, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Now become him, not someday, today. Because strong men don't ask for permission to become who they were born to be. They just decide, and they never look back.